Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm John.
And we're Bucket List Travellers. And in this video, we'll be sharing our ideas on what you should do if you're planning for 2 weeks in El Salvador.
We've been backpacking through Central America since the start of 2020. And for us, visiting El Salvador was a real surprise package. There have been a number of misconceptions that have deterred people from visiting El Salvador when travelling in Central America. We think this is a real shame, as El Salvador has so much to offer and we loved our experience here.
And we hope this video will convince you to come on a trip to El Salvador.
We'll be uploading a new video each week, so if you want more great travel inspiration, don't forget to subscribe. We love visiting places that are off the beaten path and have a more authentic local experience. It's great to come to a town when you're the only foreigners and you really get to know the locals. Everywhere we went, we met people that were warm and welcoming and genuinely thrilled to be sharing their country with us.
There are so many things to do in El Salvador, and our 2 weeks in El Salvador only scratched the surface. For people travelling from the US, a trip to El Salvador is made easy by the currency of El Salvador being US dollars and electricity outlets being the same as the US. Now, without further ado, let's get into our video on what you should do in 2 weeks in El Salvador.
An El Salvador trip wouldn't be complete without visiting the Ruta De Las Flores. This beautiful region is located in the western highlands of El Salvador. It has a moderate climate and is popular with both foreign and domestic tourists. Ruta de las Flores means flower route in Spanish, and it certainly lives up to its name with plenty of colourful flowers lining the streets. There's plenty of things to do in this area for people of all ages and interests. Foodies will delight in the vibrant weekend food fairs of Feria Gastronómica in Juayua and the night market in Nahuizalco. Thrill seekers will love activities such as Apaneca ziplining and rappelling down waterfalls at the Seven Waterfalls in Juayua. People looking to relax can take a dip at thermal pools like Chorros de la Calera, take a tour of a coffee farm, or explore the charming mural-filled towns that make up this beautiful part of El Salvador.
One of the things that we really loved about El Salvador travel is how cheap and easy it is to get around the country. We travelled from the Pacific coast of El Salvador to the Ruta de las Flores, and then from Santa Ana to the border of Honduras near San Ignacio, almost exclusively by chicken bus. And each leg of the trip cost no more than $2 per person. We were able to get information on bus routes from the website centrocoasting.com. We'll add a link in the description to this video. We're big fans of overland travel, and we loved the bright, vibrant colours of the chicken buses, as well as the experience of travelling like a local. Along the route, buses will pick up enterprising street vendors who sell snacks, clothes, and even razors and toothbrushes. On a hot day, there was nothing better than cooling off with a nice, refreshing popsicle.
Living near the beach back home in Sydney has given us a real love for the water, and we're even volunteer lifesavers back home. However, one beach activity that we've never mastered is learning how to surf. So we were keen to give surf lessons a shot at the world-class surfing beach El Tunco on the Pacific coast of El Salvador. What makes El Salvador beaches different is the volcanic landscape, which means black sand beaches. El Tunco Beach and nearby El Sunzal Beach are quite rocky, so appropriate footwear will help when walking to the beach. We had a lesson with Tiara Surf School and got one-on-one instructions from extremely patient and skilled surfers. We've had a few surf lessons back in Sydney, but we managed to catch more waves in this session than all of those other lessons combined. Picking up a new skill is a great souvenir from a holiday, so we definitely recommend this fun activity in El Salvador.
While we were in El Salvador, I realised that most countries in the world have their own version of the sandwich, i.e. carbs wrapped around some sort of filling. Hot dogs and burgers, American sandwich. tacos, Mexican sandwich, banh mi, Vietnamese sandwich, sushi, Japanese sandwich, dumplings, Chinese sandwich, and pupusas, El Salvadorian sandwich. Pupusas are ubiquitous in El Salvador. They are a staple street food item and the official national dish. They are a flatbread stuffed with beans and cheese, but you can get them stuffed with a variety of meats, seafood, and vegetables. 2 or 3 pupusas makes for a satisfying meal.
Another beautiful area of El Salvador that we recommend visiting is the charming town of La Palma on the Ruta Fresca. The Ruta Fresca, or the Fresh Route, is located to the north of El Salvador, near the border with Honduras. It is a town known for its handicrafts and art scene. The area is steeped in history, playing an important role as a location for peace talks during the Civil War. A peace monument has been erected in the Chalatenango Park to signify this area's commitment to peace. We stayed for a couple of nights in a charming hotel called Posada del Reyes in nearby San Ignacio. The staff there were extremely hospitable, and this made for a very memorable stay. Our room had a huge balcony area with gorgeous views of the surrounding mountainside. We didn't see a single other foreigner when we were here in this area, which is a rare treat these days. All the locals that we spoke to there were extremely friendly. If you'd like a guided tour when you're in the area, we'd recommend looking up Mi Palma Tours. Samuel from Mi Palma Tours is a great guy with excellent English. Be sure to check out his day tours up to El Pital, the highest mountain in El Salvador. La Palma was the last place that we went to in El Salvador before continuing our Central America travel through Honduras. It was a great place to spend a few days of much needed R&R.
Other experiences that we didn't manage to fit in our trip, but we'd recommend you consider, would be a visit to Santa Ana Volcano and a stay at the beautiful art lovers' paradise of Suchitoto. These experiences are only a handful of the things that you could do when spending 2 weeks in El Salvador. We hope this has been useful in discovering the best places in El Salvador and in planning your own El Salvador adventure. What would be top on your list? Was there anything we missed on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you liked this video, please give it a like.
We hope that this video has inspired you to come visit El Salvador. We are the Bucket List Travellers, signing off for now. See you next time.
See you next time.